The news clip which I posted yesterday is terrible reporting, terrible journalism, which I was thinking it was, to be honest. It would be damning for Amanda to say that, but she still is in deep trouble, it seems, and is going to have a lot of explaining to do. I thought the Debbie Collier press conference yesterday was very good. I got a lot out of it. Really helps with the timeline, and they couldn't have been more clear in saying that they think this is a murder. They think it is deliberate and personal. I believe there is something about the burns, or perhaps maybe ligature marks or something like that. They didn't say that, but I think there's something about the crime scene that has convinced them that this is a murder. I know a lot of people, and I was the same, was leaning towards self-harm rather than murder, especially when the investigation updated to a death investigation. And if you do a quick Google search, you'll see that it's not completely out of the normal for a woman to set herself on fire. You can find lots of examples. I do think there is definitely something about the crime scene that makes it obvious it's a murder. That's what the police are telling us, so I'm going to believe them. I have updated my notes, so if you have the link from past videos, that's all changed. I'll link it down here below as well. Any screenshots that I show here. If you're seeing this video in the future, it might have changed again. 3 very important things which they clarified in the press conference is search warrants and subpoenas are only coming back now. Results from the lab still aren't back, and the cause of death is still not officially known. So there's a lot to come back on this case. There's a lot of evidence that they don't have yet. Husband Stephen has alibied out. He was on camera from 9 a.m. to 4:06. They haven't changed their mind on this being a homicide. Little things like Amanda moved down on the Thursday was confirmed. They use person and persons a lot, said 5-6 times. And if you watch, you'll see on the 3rd and 4th time they said it, instead of saying person or persons, they said persons or person. So I'm wondering, is that little switch that they did of saying persons first a bit telling, and that their number one is that they think there's 2 people involved? We got good confirmation on details. Deborah's phone was found at the crime scene. Everything that she bought was found. Her purse was there. The police don't know 100% that the Venmo came from Debbie's phone. They say they don't know where the money is right now, which is strange, but they are waiting on warrants and subpoenas to come back. They confirmed that Amanda did speak to Debbie in the afternoon on the phone. There was no time given. I'm wondering what this conversation was about. What did they talk about? How long was the phone call? Like, this is the last normal conversation that we know that Deborah had. And we have loads of new questions about this case. That, the second 911 call, Amanda puts on record. You might have missing that on the 911 calls, because the longer 911 call is first, but there's 2 911 calls. She calls back again. It's very short. But Amanda just calls back to say that she has Debbie's iCloud. She thought she knew the password, but it didn't work. And I'm just wondering what the excuse is for having the password at one stage. There's a big update on Tallulah Falls, which is just north of where Debbie was found. Debbie was caught on camera going north past there, but she's not on camera coming south, which is very important, because that would mean that Debbie came off the main road at some stage. She went on the back roads. Where did she go? What did she do? Again, with the 911 calls, Debbie's sister was talking about a truck guy, and I think Amanda told her this story. I would love to know if this story came before or after the murder. Why did Amanda say this to the sister and not the police? On the 911 calls, Amanda, it seems, doesn't tell Stephen about the full message or the fact that it was a money transfer. We've loads of new questions. And like I said, we got a good little fill-in here on the timeline. We know Stephen gets up, Debbie's still there. In the afternoon, I'm putting down in the notes 12 to 2 until I can confirm. But in the afternoon, Amanda speaks to Debbie on the phone. At 12:17, the cameras in Tallulah Falls, school cameras, capture Debbie going north. There does seem like there could be potentially a gap of 15 to 20 minutes. The traffic was bad, but it looks like Debbie still might have having time to go somewhere else before the dollar store or hang around somewhere else. At 2:55, Debbie goes into the dollar store, picks up all the stuff. And there's another important update here now as well. At 3:09, Debbie leaves the shop. They've released the CCTV of the footage from outside, and you can see Debbie. She goes over to her car. She's staying in her car looking on her phone, it seems, maybe talking on the phone. At 3:17, Debbie reverses from the parking spot and just parks stops the car again in the parking lane behind her. This time matches up exactly with the time that the Venmo was sent. So whatever happened, whatever was going on in that car, whatever was going on with the communication with Debbie at the time, she stopped the car at the exact time the Venmo was sent. Was this her sending the Venmo? Was this her getting a notification about a Venmo? I don't know. And then you see her leaving the car park, and Debbie leaves in a pretty unusual driving pattern, and she heads away southbound. That's at 3:19. Where did Debbie go? What was going on in that car park? We know her car was there at 5 p.m. But how did the car get there? It didn't drive through the main road. It didn't drive through Tallulah Falls. So it must have gone the back roads, must have come back onto the main road and driving back up north again, because otherwise it'd be on the wrong side of the road. Where did Debbie go? There is a lot of weird stuff going on in this case, and it seems from the police they're looking hard at Amanda and her boyfriend. I don't know if they did it. I don't believe they are intelligent enough to get away with it if they did. So when those data reports and lab reports come back, I think they're going to be in serious trouble and have a lot of questions to answer. Please have a look at my notes. There's like 15 to 20 slides maybe. Just tap on your screen and it will jump to the next page when you click on it. And if there's anything obvious that I'm missing, can you let me know? Or any good questions, if anyone has any good questions that I can add in. I love a good question. Just really helps me think. Like, two big ones now are, why isn't Debbie on camera going south past Tallulah Falls? She should be. Her car is there, so one way or another she got south, so she had to drive somewhere. Where does she go? Why was she on back roads? Who was she meeting? Who was she going to see? And then that goes back to the car park when she left. Like, is there someone in the back of her car? I don't think there is. It's tinted. I doubt very much. I know people are probably going to jump on that. But is someone communicating with her on her phone, giving her orders? Does she think that someone is in trouble perhaps and is doing things to combat that? I don't know. Just that's speculation from me. But it's a crazy case. Let me know what you think. I know there's a lot of information there, but I was keen to try and get it into a short video for people who want it. Thanks also to Grizzly True Crime, Gizla K, all the Grizzlies yesterday, who had me over to their house for tea and biscuits while we watched the press conference. The time absolutely flew. I could talk to Gizla all day long. It's just as well we weren't in school together, because we would be the two people who were getting in trouble constantly for talking. I'll link it here if anyone wants to check it out. Good luck, God bless, have a good day.